Hello and welcome back to the channel, everyone. My name is Amos from Symmetry Acoustics. Today's video is about what we call bass trapping or broadband absorption, or in more technical term, you can use the word low frequency management. So what does that mean? A broadband absorption basically means applying acoustical treatment techniques that is able to absorb a wider range of frequencies. Talk about 50, which is sub bass, actually 50 hertz, to 100 hertz, that is sub bass, and then you have the mid-range bass, which is around 100 to 250, and then you have the mid-range that starts from maybe 300 all the way to 1 kilohertz, and then you have from 1 kilohertz to the top of the frequency range, which is the high frequency. Now, broadband absorption is important because it's able to correct a lot of room signature problems. By that I mean the room modes which build up within the boundary of the room, in the corners and such like places. So we have different types of broadband absorption or bass traps, if you will. Right now, the most common ones are like this one here. These are foam broadband absorber, which is referred to as a bass trap, because the NRC rating for this form here is around 1 from most manufacturers, meaning it absorbs almost 100% of frequencies between 125 to around 1 kilohertz. So it will depend with the manufacturer. It's made of open cell foam, as you can see, and it's designed to be mounted on corners. And the reason it's designed to be mounted on corners is that normally if you take the analysis of any room, especially the small home studios, you find that certain frequencies that start from around 90, 100 to around 250, they tend to accumulate more along the corners of the room. So maybe it's vertical corners, the corners around the floor and the wall, and then also have the corners that make up maybe the slab, if you are in a room with the slab. So that's where these guys go to be able to tackle those frequencies. Normally, you need most of them, not one, not two, depending on your budget. You may need a lot of them to be able to take care of those frequencies. This is the first type of broadband absorber or bass traps that is available in the market. Another type of bass trap we have, or broadband absorber, is this one here. So this normally designed with the mineral wool core, or sometimes glass wool, depends with the manufacturer. So like this one is designed by Symmetry Acoustics. It's a very professional panel. The depth is around 20 centimeters or 8 inches. It absorbs frequency from around 50 hertz, and that's by 50 I mean it absorbs around 50% of 50 hertz, and it absorbs more as you go towards the 100 hertz area. So it's recommended for professional mixing engineers or mastering engineers, because it's able to absorb a wider range of frequencies. By that, it means it will be able to give you a more even room response without much of the peaks and the troughs, the dips and the peaks. So it's able to kind of flatten those out so that you can get a more even room response. So these ones can be mounted also on corners. It's designed in a way that the front is fabric, and if I turn the back is also fabric, as you can see. So that means that the reason it's designed like that is that we need double absorption. Double absorption means the sound that goes through it hits the wall and is able to come back through the back to be absorbed again. With that, it means you get a high rate in level absorption per square foot or per square meter, if you will. So you will not need a lot of these, as you will need a lot of these guys here. You need a lot of these to be able to achieve the same impact with these guys. So you may need this around the corners or on the wall, the first reflection points, if budget allows you, and then you'll be able to control a wider range of frequencies. So another thing with the foam bass traps, we have a lot of these ones which are sold. If you go on Amazon, you'll find a very small versions of this one. You find a bass trap that's around 8 inches by 1 foot, so that's something very small. So those, don't buy those ones. The secret to low frequency management is depth and rigidity in some cases. So it has to be a bit huge. If it's a foam based trap like this one, it has to be huge. Most manufacturers make this kind of foam. So you can check it out if your budget allows you. I'll be leaving my number down in the description segment, so you can be able to reach me out for these ones. These are available in stock. Where do we use these ones? These are recommended. If you're on budget, you can use them in your hybrid room means the room used for recording and mixing, as most of us do. Real estate is very expensive. Most of us cannot afford very large rooms where you can be able to separate the recording booth and the mixing room. So most of us use a single room for both mixing and mastering. If your budget is good, I recommend working with these ones. Very professional, high performance, class A absorption panels, NRC 1 plus. So these ones absorb much better. They are customizable into any shape or size or as you wish. Available on order, or we can custom make them on order. These ones also are available. These are recommended for if you have a vocal booth. They are able to tackle frequencies from around 125, let's me say 125, all the way to around 800 or 1 kilohertz. So that may do you some good than having nothing at all, or using more 2 inches panels. So you can balance this one with the 2 inches panels to be able to at least balance the room frequency response. So for vocal booth guys, or if you use your room as a hybrid room, you can use these ones. They are budget friendly to be able to control those resonances that accumulate in the corners of the room. If you are mixing and mastering oriented person, preferably mixing engineer, mastering engineer, and you do that for a living, then you should not shy away from investing in these ones. These are top of the line, very professional, and I recommend you check them out. So with that, thank you for watching.